our business meeting for February 13, 2019. Notice that this meeting has been duly advertised in compliance with the provision of the Open Public Meeting Law. Please be advised that this meeting is being audio and video recorded for possible later playback. Everyone, please rise to the flag salute. First off, before I do that, I would like to recognize our freeholder, Susan Shamula. And would you please
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Madam Clerk, roll call, please.
Councilman Lindenwold has excused absence. Councilwoman Hess. Here. Councilman Jackson.
Here.
Councilwoman Simmons.
Here.
Councilman Poet.
Present.
Here.
Mayor.
Here. First up, presentation of award to Sergeant Quigley. Chief.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. We were contacted a few weeks ago by the Knights of Columbus, and they wished to present an award to one of our officers for their Officer of the Year award. And they left it to us to decide. So Captain McCarthy and myself sat down, did some thinking, looked over some things, and we decided that no one was more deserving of that award than our own Sergeant Andy Quigley. Andy, throughout the years, has been very community friendly, very present with regard to reaching out to the community. He's always been our crossing guard liaison, our school liaison, and when we offered him the opportunity to be our school resource officer, he jumped at the opportunity, and he did a fine job. Right up until the fact that we decided, you know, you did such a good job that we're going to promote you to sergeant, which then took him out of the school because we needed him to be a supervisor on the street. So we're very excited to have him receive this award tonight. So if I could just have the Knights of Columbus folks, Andy, Captain.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you know, the Knights of Columbus are great supporters of the police and fire people. And you probably see us riding around town with our shoulder to shoulder with our men in blue stickers on our car. And this is in keeping with that. Andy, I have to tell you, we wanted to make this, present this, but we'll also give you a brand new car. We checked our finances, and I'll give you a ride in my car.
Thank you.
But the Knights of Columbus Nativity Council proudly presents 2018 Police Officer of the Year, Sergeant Andrew Quigley. Thank you. Good to see you again. You too, sir. Thank you.
We don't have that kind of time.
Thank you, everyone, very much. Thank you. God bless. Thank you.
Okay, next, resolution 2019-77. Entertained motion, please.
So moved.
And a second? Second. Roll call, please.
Councilwoman Hess. Councilman Jackson.
Yes.
Councilwoman Simmons.
Yes.
Councilman Poet.
Yes.
And Mayor Lopez.
Yes.
Okay, at this time, this resolution is a proclamation, and Cheryl is going to help me with this one.
Yeah. Okay. So this is the Robinson family here. Yeah, you guys can stand right there. And we are presenting this proclamation in honor of Dolores Police Chief Robinson Jones, who was the mother and the granddaughter. She's a longtime resident of Lindenwold and was very active in the community. I happen to know Miss Robinson. She was a wonderful woman. I liked her for a couple of reasons. Her name is Dolores Robinson, which is also my mother's maiden name. And anyone that has Dolores, I'm always drawn to them. But also her spirit. She was a woman that always, if you called her, came over. She was always very supportive. And if you know either one of these ladies, they're both very terrific, and it came from very good stock. So I know Ms. Dolores lives in one, and we're just very proud of the woman that she is. So I'd like to read this proclamation. Whereas the Borough of Lindenwold would like to acknowledge a longtime outstanding resident, Dolores Kalishi Robinson Jones, and whereas in recognition of all her many contributions to her family, friends, co-workers, community, and the White Oak Baptist Church, and whereas Dolores was a firm supporter of education for children, as well as an example by graduating with accolades as a medical administrator from Camden County College. And whereas Dolores, along with her late husband Thomas, tirelessly served as advocates of human rights by spearheading many local civic, human, welfare, and housing marches, and serving as president of numerous PTAs. And whereas Dolores was also known for her sports, both as a phenomenal swimmer and her extensive sports knowledge, both college and professional. And whereas Dolores will also be remembered for her unique business strategy, her entrepreneurship, as well as her generosity. And whereas Dolores will be remembered by her family, friends, and the members of White Oak Baptist Church, who affectionately called her Mother Jones. And now, therefore, let it be proclaimed that Dolores Kalishi Robinson Jones hereby be remembered and honored by the Mayor and the Borough Council and the Borough of Lindenwold on this day, February the 13th, 2019.
Thank you, Council President.
You're welcome.
Okay. I'm sorry. Approval of minutes for council meeting January 5th, 2019, and council meeting and executive session for January 5th, 2019. Any motion, please?
So moved.
And a second, please. Second. Roll call, please.
Councilwoman Hess. Yes. Councilman Jackson.
Yes.
Councilwoman Simmons.
Yes.
Councilman Chacoli.
Yes.
President Oshar.
Yes.
Entertain a motion for payment of bills, please.
I make a motion that the bills have been properly audited and signed, be approved for payment.
And a second, please.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilwoman Hess. Yes. Councilman Jackson.
Yes.
Councilwoman Simmons.
Yes.
Councilman Chacoli.
Yes.
President Oshar.
Yes.
The following reports have been filed and are available in the respective offices for review and will be included in the minutes. Tax collector's report, the sewer report, and the treasurer's report. Next, consent agenda. The items listed below are considered routine by the Borough of Lindenwold. They will be enacted by one motion. There will be no formal discussion of these items. If discussion is desired, this item will be moved from the consent agenda and will be decided separately. Second reading, ordinance 2019-02 through 2019-118. Entertain a motion, open to the public for any questions or comments in regards to ordinance 219-02 through 219-118. Seeing none, close the meeting to the public and entertain a motion, please.
I make a motion that consent agenda items on second reading ordinance 2019-02 to 2019-118 be adopted on second reading and published according to law.
And a second, please. Second. Roll call.
Councilwoman Hess. Yes. Councilman Jackson.
Yes.
Councilwoman Simmons.
Yes.
Councilman Chacoli.
Yes.
President Oshar.
Yes.
Consent agenda, the items listed below are considered routine by the Borough of Lindenwold and will be acted upon by one motion. There will be no formal discussion of these items. If discussion is desired, the items will be removed from the consent agenda and will be considered separately. And entertain a motion for resolutions 2019-78 through 82.
Make a motion for consent items, resolutions 2019-78 through 82.
And a second, please.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilwoman Hess. Yes. Councilman Jackson.
Yes.
Councilwoman Simmons. Yes. Councilman Chapoli?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Buckshot?
Yes.
Resolution 2019-83, Councilman.
Whereas the Borough of Lindenwold has determined the installation of an upgraded sewer pumping station, new sanitary force main conveyance system, and other ancillary improvements are necessary to improve the efficiency and quality of the Borough of Lindenwold sanitary sewer conveyance system. Whereas New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection requires endorsement by the Borough of Lindenwold for TWA Mtg. Now therefore be resolved by the Borough of Lindenwold that Dawn S. Thompson, Borough Administrator, is hereby authorized on behalf of the Borough to endorse the appropriate sections of the treatment works approval application within the documents made above reference project.
Entertain a motion, please.
So moved.
And a second. Second. Question? Roll call, please.
Councilwoman Hess? Yes. Councilman Jackson?
Yes.
Councilwoman Simmons?
Yes.
Councilman Chapoli?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Buckshot?
Yes.
Matters for discussion, we have a request from Lindenwold High School for another corn shop. Does anybody have an issue with that?
No.
None, no? Thank you. Department reports. You want to do this?
Yeah, I'll read.
Councilwoman, start with you.
Library for January 2019. We currently have 32 members, 32 new members. $275 has been turned over to the borough for computer printouts, late fees, etc. Connection Center will be at the library on Fridays in 2019. They will continue to host various programs. Fitness for Kids, Tuesday, and that's the 26th, 12 is launch. There will be a job search and resume help. That was yesterday. Hold on. Resume help is now just the 26th, 9 to 11 at the library. Friends of the Library's book sale will be Thursday, April 4th, Friday, April 5th, and Saturday, April 6th. Mountain View. And we have Black History Month craft night at the library, Tuesday, February 19th, 12 to 2. It's free. I think that's all that I have. Oh, Lindenwold baseball registration is at the library Thursday evenings and Saturdays, February 7th to March 9th. It's all mine too, sorry. That's all I have.
Council President.
I'll be reading the Councilman Administrator's report for the police department tonight. This is for January, 31 days of January 2019. There was a total calls, were 2,046 calls, 53 traffic accidents, 69 community policing, 275 traffic enforcement stops, 74 criminal complaints issued by officers, 115 traffic summonses issued by officers, 15 criminal complaints issued by citizens, 0 traffic summonses issued by citizens, and 78 detective bureau investigations. And I don't really have that much to share. Dawn can give an update on her department. We'll be starting on a newsletter probably next month. It takes us a couple months to get that out, and that'll be for the spring and the summer. Thank you.
I don't have any department updates, but I would like to make an announcement that the New Jersey Garden City Loving Chapter of Delta Secondary School is incorporated. The New Jersey Garden City Loving Chapter of Delta Secondary Sports Incorporated is hosting a Pearls of Perfection free prom boutique, which will be held at the Lindenwold High School this coming Saturday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. So if you have any young ladies that are juniors or seniors that are looking for prom gowns, looking for evening shoes, jewelry, and purse, please invite them and encourage them to come. It's absolutely free, and they can get their complete prom in South. Thank you.
Councilman Jackson.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. Code enforcement for the month of January. We have 294 violations found. We have 4 vehicles tagged and removed, 25 sites found working without permits, and we have 130 CO inspections. Park and recreation, we have the following approved permits. Commitment Community Church for National Day of Prayer Service, the Park of Camden County Walkathon, the Park of Camden County Park Shark Baseball, the LDAA Lindenwold Baseball, the Lindenwold High School Baseball / softball, South Jersey Hawk Baseball, Major League Baseball Junior Home Run Derby is scheduled for Sunday, June the 23rd at 9 a.m. This is the third year that this event has been held. That's all I have.
Thank you. That's Mr. Foley.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Lindenwold Public Works, their monthly report. We had 681 tons of trash collected, 122 tons of recycling, 160 bulk items picked up, scrap metal picked up 17, and stumps and logs picked up 3. In the sewer department, service calls 74, stoppages 12, emergency calls 13, markouts 54, pump station repairs 7, and in Laurel Springs, which we service calls 9, stoppages 9, emergency calls 4. That's all I have, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Councilwoman Bennett.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Everything I'm reporting on tonight, I did go to the senior center last Thursday and report our list to them. So we're going to start with Camden County has snow removal for seniors. Once snow has stopped falling, you can call. There's be 4 inches of snow, and they'll come out and so order the phone call and come out and shovel your snow. They'll shovel between 8 and 3 p.m. only during daylight hours, and I have some flyers if anybody needs some flyers. I also have, I found out, Soup for Seniors. This is over in Magnolia, but it's open to everyone in Camden County. You must be 60. They will ask you for ID. If you bring to Soul Cafe, if you go there, it's behind the New Royal Farms on the White Horse Pike. You bring a container of soup. For soup, they'll fill your container. You get new soup, homemade, every Monday. This will go on from now until the end of March. They don't have a date, they just said last Monday in March. Also, Camden County is doing a community needs assessment. It's online. We do have the link on the borough website. It's 5 minutes or less. I did take it. It is truly 5 minutes or less. And this is to help bring more money into Camden County when they apply for grants, so they have good data. And finally, for all men over 55 years old, Ocean City is doing Mr. Mature America. This is in my mailbox here. And I'm sharing it with everybody. If anybody would like to go to Ocean City and bring the crown back to Lindenwold, we would be thrilled.
Is it muscle? What is it? Is it muscle?
No, it's not muscle building. It's Mr. Mature America. A pageant, more or less. But you must be 55. So, and that's all I have, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you very much. Engineers report.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Just be quick, a couple of projects that are waiting to start with the breaking weather will be the Laurel Road pedestrian improvements and Tree Planning Road pedestrian improvements. Both of those have had pre-construction meetings, and the contractor's ready to start as soon as the weather breaks. The other project that's in design is the Department of Public Works DPW roof. The spec plans and estimate are substantially complete. We're going internal review. A change of scope was submitted to Dawn and Craig for unanticipated redesign and replacement of louvers and vents, and the plan is to open bids on March 15th and to award at our March 22nd council meeting.
Thank you. At this time, I'd like to open the meeting to the public. Anyone from the public wishing to speak, please come to the microphone, state your name and address for the record, and don't forget to sign before you leave, and please keep it to 5 minutes.
Trevor Shaw, North Cross. Just 2 quick questions. You mentioned the Pearl Prom Boutique. Do you have a date or where we can get some more information on that?
Yes, it's on Saturday. It's Saturday the 16th.
Is there a flyer available or anything posted online?
I know it was posted at the school.
Okay.
But I can get you some information.
Okay, great. Second thing, Mr. Jackson had mentioned previously about Rutgers baseball using our fields.
Correct.
Is there any update on that you can provide?
Yeah, looks like that has fell through.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah. That'll be a real touch.
Hi, my name is Joe Underwood, 25 Georgetown Road, Lindenwold, New Jersey. Laurel Road, I think it's called, by Walgreens. It's Walgreens. The water that's flowing out into the road, they have cones around it, they're throwing salt on it. Is that, like, a lot of people are asking me what's happening with that.
What is
Do
it,
you know?
Laurel, at the corner of Cheese Landing and Laurel Road, Jim?
It's down by the apartment complex.
It's right by the apartment complex where it goes down a little bit.
Public Works is working on that. It's not us, I think it's the apartment complex that was a leak.
Who is it?
I think it's the apartment complex. I haven't got a full investigation into it, but I'll be reaching out to Craig tomorrow morning.
Yeah, because it's got the two pipes that are sticking up out of the ground, they're about so tall, and it just seemed like it was something that came from them.
I've just recently.
Because I was just over there Saturday, I didn't see that.
Oh, it's when it's, they had to go over and put salt all over, right? They had cones around it. And-
Yeah.
Yes, any indication when it's going to be
As soon
taken?
as I talk to Craig, I have no, Craig was supposed to be here tonight, but he had to.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Anyone else in the public wishes to speak? Please, if you're going to speak, you need to sign in, please.
My name is Muriel White, and I live in the land use apartments. I have a question as far as our upkeep in our complex, the trash pickup, and say the roads in the complex. Does the city overlook that inspection? The inspection people came to our apartments, but they didn't inspect the whole apartments. They just came on the inside. We have balconies. They never checked the balconies. We have chimneys. I don't know if they checked that or not. Our roofs, they're in very bad condition in that complex. And I don't know if we go to.
The gentleman in the blue shirt right there, he's the one who does the inspection.
Ask him, you show receipt.
Give me all the information.
Take the information and I'll be right up.
And we also have a problem with our maintenance. So who do we talk to as far as escrow or, we just have a lot of problems.
That's something you're really gonna have to take up with the management over there.
They don't do
Yes, sir,
anything.
I understand, but Wayne, please make sure that you follow whatever code issues are over there, and make sure that this, woman has your.
Yeah, usually when I get a hold of the management, we usually follow up with everything.
That's
If you offer
usually
complaints, I'll
second.
follow up with it and make sure whatever we,
Oh, I have times. I have a list.
okay, that's not a problem.
Because I want to do a signed petition. Want to get a petition signed over there. And I don't know how
I'll
to
give
do
my
it.
card and email and
Great, great, thank you. Thank you.
Anyone else in the public wishing to speak? Seeing none, close the meeting to the public and entertain a motion. I'm sorry.
Before we make a motion, just want to say happy Valentine's Day to everybody tomorrow. Remember the lady in your life, okay? Some flowers and chocolate and maybe a dinner and a gift card would be very nice. Okay, have a good day. Okay, we'll get you guys a card or something, okay?
You say card or car?
So good.
Second.
Thank you.